Alright. Gotta make sure I got everything. Okay. Welcome to another review video. I just got done beating Silent Hill Homecoming. The first ever Silent Hill game I have ever played. Trying to get into the spooky spirit of October. Except it's September still. I just got done playing Black Myth Wukong a lot earlier than I anticipated. I thought I had a bit more, but I didn't. So I started a bit early. Got into the spooky season spirit a bit too early, as one would say, but I'm fine with that. So I played through Silent Hill Homecoming. I know there's 5 different endings. I only went for one. I'm not going to spend so long on trying to get a bunch of endings. Yeah. And I'm fine with that. If anything, if I really wanted to watch the different endings, I would go and watch some video on YouTube. But besides the point, let's get on with the cons. If you've seen any of my other review videos, I like to start with the worst first and then end with the good. And I just go over points that I typed up and made. My review videos aren't super crazy. They're not super intensive. I just like going through and talking my thoughts out a bit. So first point, dodging isn't the greatest. It feels gimmicky. Granted, it is a 2008 game. For the PlayStation 2. Playing it on PC. Granted, I mean, I would imagine it's still finicky even on the PlayStation 2. But I just feel like there were some hits that I dodged that I got hit by. And that's just kind of how it goes. I mostly really had issues with dodging against Scarlet, the doll boss. There were plenty of times I dodged that I got hit that I was very confused by. It could also just been my mounting aggravation of dying like 10 times to Scarlet and then having to go through the dialogue with Mr. Finch a bunch. But oh well. Next one, the gamepad button allocation for QTEs don't line up for what it's telling you. It's all over the place. I was having this issue with the scene where Judge Holloway is taking a drill to you, and I died, and then I had to sit through a dialogue of like 6 minutes before I could attempt again. It was aggravating. One of my viewers saw encouragement. I appreciate it, but I was dying inside while doing that. I'm glad it's over though. I got through it on my 3rd try. Was saying through the dialogue, going through like 18 minutes of dialogue, horrendous. The stuff I couldn't skip. It's so annoying. Why did they set the restart point just before the dialogue? They could have just started back up where she was drilling my leg. I would have been fine with that, but nope. It went right before the scene. It was super annoying. I was building up my mounting frustration. I got over it though. It's fine. The wire puzzle in the prison, the one where you have to move the wires around. Super annoying that there wasn't like a hint toward like the correct path. It was just trial and error. And I looked for notes. No notes gave note to like what you were supposed to do. So it was really annoying. I ended up having to look up the solution because I couldn't figure it out. Next point. The weapon upgrades that you receive in the game don't feel like upgrades. They just feel like a reskin of the weapon that you've been using. And I don't even know if they're upgrades or if they were just reskins. I don't know. but I feel like it could be better. Super annoying. Um, and I kept having random stutters because it's been since I was playing it on PC, and the PC port was just bad. Um, but it could have been better. I think that's the best way to put it. Um, the stuttering was annoying. There were definitely moments where it'd stutter really hard and just like sit in one place. It would always get me nervous that my game was going to crash. Um, Move this forward. Um, but it did it, which is fine. Um, but and then go to the pros. That was all the cons I had. I was just it wasn't too much that annoyed the hell out of me when playing the game, and the game was pretty good. The story in the game is really good. It really builds like a clear picture of what's trying to get across. There's definitely some twists and turns that you don't expect, and I liked it. Um, yeah, no, I really like the story. I was just thinking about nothing apparently. My brain blanked out. But yeah, I liked the story a lot. It was pretty decent. Wasn't really anything I disliked about it. Um, the sound design in the game is really good. It really pulls you in and like sets the mood. Like especially when you get pulled into the nightmare world, and it's just like the screams, the like clanking, the the rustling movement of monsters. Everything sounded great. It really like set the mood, set like what you were against, the horrors that you were experiencing. It really sound design is everything when it comes to a horror game like this. Building an environment that can give you chills or like get you worried about what's going on, that is fantastic. They did an amazing job at it. I found the puzzles were great. The only one I said that I didn't like was that wire puzzle in the prison. I did not like that one. Could have been better. But um the rest of them though, pretty good. I liked them. They weren't too difficult. They had a little difficulty, but they weren't crazy. And they had like good hints that you can like take and like kind of like figure it out from there, and that was good. And there wasn't anything that was like too difficult besides the wire puzzle in the prison. That was just trial and error, and it's not great. The environment building, like the design of like the world, like the fog, the like the blood, the gore, the dilapidated design of buildings and stuff really sets in stone that like this place is falling apart. Like something has gone terribly wrong and it's getting worse. And that was fantastic. It really set the mood, pulled you in along with the sound design, like cohesive. It was very cohesive. Um and really just top tier. Top tier horror game in terms of that. I think it's a very good game for its time. For 2008, it's well designed. Been a long time since I played a game about from around that time. So I could be a little off on whether or not it was good for its time or if it was like okay for its time. Like I don't know what else. I didn't look into what other games came out during the time that I have played that I would know. But I do feel like this game is really good for 2008 PlayStation 2 era game. I mean, there were some bangers. There's probably different Silent Hill games that other people have played that would say that they're significantly better. I know some people didn't like Homecoming as much. But this is the first one I've ever played. I'm pretty minimal on the lore of Silent Hill, so I don't know as much. Um, So for me, um, it was a good game. It wasn't bad. I didn't have any problems with it. Um, and the dialogue for the game is really good. It doesn't feel cheesy like some games were around 2008 or like before that. Like it's very to the point. There's no like weird jokes or things like that that just don't land. I think the only character that I would say had some like dialogue would be Wheeler. Um, I think they kind of just went over the top with how he expressed himself, but that's fine. Wasn't terrible. Um, it still fit for the tone of the game. Um, like everyone was quite serious. Everyone, the like the first time we talked to Judge Holloway in her office, she seems off-putting. Um, and you could tell that something wasn't exactly right with her, and it alludes to something further in the story, obviously. Um, but it was good. The dialogue was good. It really set the tone. Like the despondent mother, just kind of like, I'm so sorry, Alex. Just leave me be. Stuff like that. It really set the tone of like the mysterious vibe of Silent Hill and like the horror and like the dialogue was pristine. It was it was very good for the time that the game came out, I think, and like but a lot of horror games try to add some like cheesiness to it. I don't know, to cut the tension. I hate when like if you go for a theme of a game, if it's a horror game, it's supposed to be scary, it's supposed to be bad, like things are supposed to be mysterious. I don't think making light of the situation by like having a cheesy character does the game any good. Um but beyond that, Alex as a main character is really good. He has such a good twist of a backstory at the end that you find out about like what's going on, and it really changes how you perceive the beginning of the game and what's going on. It adds so much to it. Alex is a fantastic main character. Um, I found the bosses were very creepy and fitting to the setting. Um, they were horror filled. They were wonderfully designed. I loved it. The goriness and the brutality, like the brutal creatures, like their design and how they interacted with Alex, and um, just the blood and gore around in the environment was really good. It's a very brutal and gory game, um, and I loved it. It really, again, it worked cohesively with the rest of like the audio, the environment. It really made the game fantastic. I loved it. The fact that it has 5 different endings to it is amazing as well. I loved when I granted I already talked about it. I'm not gonna go through really and try and hunt for the other endings. I'm not too interested in doing that just because I want to play a different game. I want to like keep moving. If I do, it might be down the line. It might be next October. I might go through and play through again to get a different ending. Um, but for now, I'm leaving it be. I'm happy with what I did. I like the game. Um, and if I want to see the other endings, which I might, I'll just watch a YouTube video. But the fact that it has 5 different endings, that's amazing. A lot of games have one strict ending, but like the fact that there's some choices in the game that you can make that will directly involve and change how the ending goes is great. I loved it. I love that about it. Makes the game even better. But here we are at the end of the review. I have gone through all my points, both good and bad, and now time for the rating. I give Silent Hill Homecoming a 7.8 out of 10. It was a good game. It's not by far the best game, like beyond great, which is like a 9 to 10 for me. But a 7.8 is pretty good. It's not. It's really good. Great. Um, That's where we are. So, thank you for watching, sticking around watching this wacky review that I always do after I finish a game. I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe. Give me your thoughts about the game. Um, like whether or not you thought it was a good game or a bad game, or whether or not you like the fact that I played through and played the game. I appreciate it. Other than that, thank you guys and doodles for now.